Greetings explorers, and welcome to part 2 of PQ Rewind. A little while ago we released the first episode as a means of announcing the coming of season 2 and to give you all a chance to refresh your memory or catch up quickly before the start of the next season. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, the link is in the description below. For now, strap in and get ready for the continuation of PQ history. Descending to the surface of the planet Mimir, in response to a distress signal from Nicholas Castrell, a rescue team led by Commander Soren Link makes its way into the caves. There they discover what remains of the Panepia crew, thin and seemingly drained, along with a massive object. This object is later dubbed the Cradle, and is revealed to be similar in nature to the 3 artifacts possessed by the factions. The Universal Council votes that the Cradle should be left on Mimir, and allows Sarah Vars, Nicholas Castrell, and the rest of the Panepia crew to return to Station Ignis. This all happens under the guidance of Commander Connor, a well-respected soldier of the Universal Council, originally hailing from the Federation. In the meantime, Sarah Vars' logs begin to be decoded and are shared with the Explorer program. In her logs, Sarah talks about the constellation she observed after the disappearance of the planet Mimir. She also speaks of a wound she suffered that appears to be infused with quantum. Sarah also laments about not being able to see her brother. Before her logs end, Sarah appears to be speaking directly to someone, although it is known that all of her remaining crew members have passed out from exhaustion. 2 of the twin sons mercenaries that survived the explosion of the Pinnacle, Ainza and Esau, are detained trying to cross the border between the Union and the Empire. When questioned, they refuse to give a reason for their attempt to leave. The Universal Council votes that they should be detained on the Union planet Gaia, under the eyes of the Gamayun mercenary clan, so that they may conduct further experimentation on their side effects of their prolonged exposure to quantum. Jacob, the 3rd survivor, has seemingly disappeared. The mining planet Fargus, which has been steadily rebuilding its communications with the rest of the Federation, is revealed to have a drug epidemic. This new drug is called Heka Alpha-1, but is colloquially known as Blue Skies. The Universal Council votes to enforce stricter trade regulations on all factions to prevent the spread of this drug and to root out its source in the process. The Union is hit the hardest by these regulations, and many of its citizens are forced to take shelter on the Bastion. Haylene Gwen, faction representative of the Union, is sent to assist Killian Mercer's raid on the Ojin Kai on the planet Finch, but she is revealed dead soon after. The raid itself, however, is successful, and Mercer continues his streak of victories over the Ojin Kai. At the same time, Ivana Crane is summoned to Eden Lacanis and has an encounter with its governess, Gloria Morel. Gloria reveals that Ivana has a brother who is no longer within the Empire, and who the Emperor does not want to see returned. Gloria makes it explicit that she means to overthrow the Emperor, and that she can help Ivana find her brother. Ivana storms off, flustered and silent. Shortly afterwards, Gloria is seen to have an encounter with Jacob, the 3rd surviving member of the Kepler-7 incident. After being brought to Station Ignis and refusing to provide any further information regarding her team's findings on the planet Mimir, Sarah Vars escapes the station. Commander Connor pursues her into Imperial space and requests backup from the Federation in the form of Valkyries, their mechanized combat suits. Ambassador Amanda Cato is sent to the Imperial capital to negotiate the crossing over of Valkyries into Imperial space. In the meantime, the Universal Council receives a transmission informing them that the Crimson Wolves have reappeared and are laying siege to the planet Mimir. The researchers stationed there are having a hard time holding them off. The Universal Council votes that the researchers are to send all the data they gathered on the Cradle over to the Council while trying to fight off the pirates. This leads to the planet being overrun and the Crimson Wolves taking control of Mimir. The data gathered on the Cradle proves extremely valuable. It is noted that the Cradle is capable of siphonic organic energy, and that it cannot be visibly damaged by any conventional means. It is also observed that the Cradle seems to react strongly to quantum, causing it to light up in different patterns, of which the researchers have observed 3. This new data also includes information on wormholes, clarifying that the events surrounding Kepler-7 and Mimir are likely linked in some way. A theory is put forward that the anomaly that was seen was not an anomaly but a wormhole, a link in space between 2 points. Moreover, it is theorized that the Cradle itself is capable of creating such wormholes. The Crimson Wolves send a transmission to the Universal Council, demanding the immediate handover of Montes Lycanis and threatening to activate the Cradle otherwise. The Council votes to have nearby fleets of all 3 factions sent to Mimir in order to reclaim the planet by force. As the fleets advance, they encounter a familiar face, Sarah Vars, who pleads with them to turn around. Nevertheless, she's too late, and the Crimson Wolves appear to make good on their promise, activating the Cradle and and sending a wave of quantum energy across all the core systems. The Universal Council is forced to evacuate Station Ignis, as a malfunction of its quantum drive has caused thick, strange vegetation, seemingly infused with organic quantum, to start growing around the station's exterior. When the dust from the quantum wave has settled, it becomes clear that the cradle has opened up 3 wormholes in the core systems, one in each of the faction's territories. When the ships stationed near Mimir make their way onto the planet, they discover that the Crimson Wolves are gone, and the researchers are dead. There is no sign of Ceravars. For the first time in the history of the Universal Council, Emperor Solus Crane is present at its conference. Elijah Burke, one of the presidents of the Federation, is revealed to have passed away during the evacuation of Station Ignis. Victor Huxley, COO of the Vestec Corporation, is instated in his stead. As a result of the activation of the cradle by the Crimson Wolves, wormholes have opened up in each of the faction's territories, and the Council must make a decision. The Council votes to have an unmanned probe sent through the center of a wormhole closest to Mimir, guided by coordinates given by Isa and Esso. These 2 survivors of the Pinnacle explosion have started humming melodies in the Gamma Yun labs, and it has been discovered that these melodies can be used to traverse the dangers of the wormholes. The unmanned probe discovers what appears to be an entirely new galaxy on the other side of the wormhole, rife with new planets ready to be claimed. However, it sustains substantial damage on its journey, damage which no pilot would survive, so it appears that it's going to take a while before humans can traverse the wormholes. Researchers on Mimir continue their analysis of the cradle, and discover that it was not the Crimson Wolves who activated it. Rather, the cradle was activated by the proximity of many quantum drives, which was intentionally provoked by the Crimson Wolves. The Universal Council discovers that Borealis Incorporated has been using the quantum-infused vegetation surrounding Station Ignis to experiment with its potential to merge with humans. The Council votes to continue experimenting with this new technology. As a result of this decision, the Imperial House Galateo withdraws its offer for reinforced plating for the next probe to be sent through one of the wormholes. The experiment results from Borealis Incorporated come back with a few key details being marked as redacted by the corporation. However, even with this missing information, it becomes clear that these experiments make humans more resilient to hostile energies surrounding the wormholes. As the experiments continue, a plan for the first human expedition beyond our galaxies begins to take shape. Federation investigations in the Blue Sky Strait on Fargus discover that the Ojin Kai may be behind it, prompting both the Union and the Federation to take action. The Universal Council votes to let Killian Mercer deal with the Ojin Kai base on Fargus, in order to finally put an end to the trade restrictions. Mercer ships come in and decimate the Ojin Kai, but they leave the planet a smoking wreck in the process. However, the eradication of the drug problem means that the trade restrictions can be lifted, and ships begin to return to the borders of other factions. We hope you enjoyed part 2 of PQ Rewind. Part 3 is already in production and will be coming out in just a week, exactly in time for the start of Season 2. Once we've added the final part, we'll make sure to add the link in the description below so you can find it easily. Until then, keep an eye on Discord for the latest updates and let us know what you thought of Season 1 in the comments below. Are you not a part of our PQ community just yet? Head over to planetquest.io so you can sign up. That's everything for now, explorers, and we'll see you on Discord.